He was a star wide receiver at Oklahoma and went on to play 9 years in the NFL. Kenny Stills is also known for the fearless stance he took on racial inequality. He drew national attention when he took a knee during the national anthem, protesting police brutality and systemic racism. Now he's opening up about his personal and professional life in his new book, Still Growing, Still Learning, Still Me, a journey of protest, healing, and personal transformation. Kenny Stills is here with us now. Welcome to Prime. It has been 10 years since you took the knee during the national anthem. I know it's on the cover of your book. What was that moment like 10 years ago?
Man, that moment changed my life. I wasn't heavily involved in activism, didn't really know much about social movements or the government, but I felt a calling to get involved in activism, and I was naive enough to think that taking a knee and getting involved in this could really make substantial change. And so, yeah, it changed my life forever.
Naive?
Yeah, I thought that being somebody with a platform that we could help try and educate others, that we live in the greatest nation in the world with all the resources that we need to be able to present a problem, and find a solution, and then be able to move ourselves forward.
So you write in your book that activism, like life, can take a toll on the mind and spirit. How did it impact you?
Getting involved in the protests just opened me up to the realities of the world. Being a football player and somebody with a skill and a gift, I kind of never really had any friction. Right? People saw the skill set that I had and moved me along to make sure that I had success. And so when I did something to speak up for my people, I felt pushback. And that really opened me up to understand, okay, people still, have prejudice. There still is some racism within our country, and that's something that we need to work on. And that pushed me towards therapy and the mental health space, and really figuring out my identity and who I was outside of the football player.
You invested so much of your life on the football field. What has life been like away from the field?
Well, life away from football has been great. I told you I started therapy. I started working with a life coach. But then when I retired, I started moving towards the outdoor space. So I've gotten more involved in surfing and snowboarding and scuba diving, connecting to Mother Nature. And that to me has been incredibly healing.
And you've also dipped into some plant medicine, right?
Yes.
What's that about?
Yeah, just talking about alternative medicine and psychedelics and how people can use them to heal. I used them recreationally as a teenager, and then more in a medical position, and as I got older, and saw how that could benefit me and others, and want to make sure that people know that that's available to them.
A lot of men might find it difficult to talk about their feelings and the way that they're dealing with life. It seems like you have a pretty strong understanding of the way that you're feeling. What is your message to other men out there who may not have a resource to go to? Yeah,
to be willing to ask for help. That you don't have to carry such a heavy load on your shoulders of everything that's happening, and that working with other people is going to help you. I played football, super hyper masculine game, and had family things that I was dealing with, and then the protest. But to be able to go and talk to somebody and get the tools to be able to work on myself really helped lighten the load and help me to feel better and have more joy in my life.
Any message you would give to your younger self?
Ooh, my younger self just worked towards the mindset of gratitude and optimism. I felt like I was angry and pessimistic, and I was able to use football as my outlet, right? I could hit people without getting in trouble. And so now, as an older, as I've matured, just to learn to have a gratitude practice and to focus on the positive things in life.
Kenny, thank you for coming. We appreciate it. And you guys can get his book, Still Growing, Still Learning, Still Me, anywhere you guys get your books.